to me that the one thing that many people in multi-level marketing companies that get upset when somebody comments or duets or whatever their content is, they try to go after that person's credibility. This person on the comment doesn't appear to be somebody that is like, hey, don't join an MLM, blah, blah, blah. She's saying, hey, I think it's great that there is education out there so people can do their own research. And he's reacting this way.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing. I am so grateful because I've healed my way out of that. And now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing, the tactics that are used, and how they use attraction marketing to try and recruit people into their, in my opinion, pyramid scheme. If you're brand new, hello, I'm feeling a little extra sassy. This is probably a good video for you to watch. If you are brand new, if you have been here for a while, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of the comments. And I'm excited today for top fails number 2. And if you are excited about that too, you can drop me some comments below if you want to. I love your commentary. And just remember, I say this on every video, do not send any hate. Do not go and comment on anybody's stuff. Keep your commentary here. This is meant to educate. This is not meant to shame. This is not meant to do any of that stuff. And I think that it's important that we talk about this because there are so many people that are like, well, why are you highlighting the distributors? Well, it's not the companies that are the ones using the methods, the techniques, the marketing, the attraction marketing, all of that stuff into the company. It's the distributors. So we have to highlight what is happening, how they are doing this to prevent people from joining and or just to educate people so that they have the other side. I don't think anybody should be joining a multi-level marketing company. That's just me. But providing education so that people can make the decisions right for them, I think is really important. And when I joined my first MLM company in 2007, there was not this type of education. There was no anti-MLM community that I was aware of. So it is important to provide information. And yeah. Anyways, top fails number 2. I'm very excited about this. I'm very sassy. I'm going to put the lip color in the description of the video. If you want to follow me on social media, here's my handles. Instagram and TikTok are where I'm the most active, where I have the most fun. So you guys can connect with me there. I have a podcast, I have merch, I have all that stuff. Again, for all of that, it's going to be linked in the video description. This will be an affiliate link as well. Okay, but I'm living for it. So anyways, let's get into it. Some of them are pretty cringy. I'm not going to lie. And you guys just let me know what you think. Let's dive on in. So here is the first one. It's the Reading Rainbow song. By the way, how are you going to do Reading Rainbow like that? Don't do that. We don't like that. So let's watch it together. I love that song. Does it remind you of when you guys were kids? Let me know in the comments. So this person says, sitting here thinking about those of you who didn't join 7 years ago, excuse me, because you said those things never last. Weird flex, bro. Weird flex. This person actually is in Plexus, and let's just look at the Plexus income disclosure statement because I actually have it pulled up right here. In my opinion, this is the weakest income disclosure statement I have seen. This is from 2020. Again, the link for this document that comes directly from Plexus is going to be linked in the video description because we cite our sources here. So you can check that out. How much can you earn? The top 1% of brand ambassadors made an average of $37,553 annually. 50% of the top 1%. This just made me snort. 50% of the top 1%. So 0.05%, 50% of the top 1%. Made more than $14,875, and this is for the year. This is the top 1%, you guys. The top 1%. Okay, the top 10% of brand ambassadors made an average of $5,081 annually. 50% of the top 10% made more than $960 for the year. Yeah. In 2020, an average of 14.4% of all brand ambassadors enrolled at least one active brand ambassador and earned income, excluding retail profits. I can't. The average earnings of all brand ambassadors was $544. Y'all.
$544.
The top 1% made an average of $37,553. What do we know about multi-level marketing companies? Well, based off of my experience, the amount of time and energy that you are working in this business, whether it is Zooms, whether it is, creating content, if you will, trying to attract people either to buy your product or to join your team, it's a ton of work. So if you're looking at 37,000, being in the top 1% of plexus, no, that makes no sense. So the fact that she is, I don't know what level this person is, but the fact that she's trying to make it like this weird flex, sitting here thinking about those of you who didn't join 7 years ago because you said those things never last. It might still be around, but according to the income disclosure statement from Plexus, not many people are making a substantial income, to include, in my opinion, the top 1%. But you guys let me know what you think. Y'all let me know what you think. Let's go to the next one. All right. Oh, this person is also in Plexus, but this is a different person. Interesting. This is a post, so I'm going to put this up so you guys can read it at the same time. Did you know that 75 million people quit jobs in 2021? Obviously, this is an older post. The mass exodus is being called the Great Resignation or the Big Quit. More people than ever before are questioning their jobs and careers and asking themselves if they're really happy doing what they're doing and what would make them happier. The pandemic was a really horrible experience, but it compelled us to reevaluate our work-life priorities and identify what's most important to us all. I do agree with that. According to a recent Forbes article, which article? I would love to see that article. The throngs of people leaving their jobs want a bigger salary, more career opportunities, a feeling of value from their leaders, better relationships with their colleagues, and the ability to continue working remotely. They also want to do what matters. Wouldn't it be awesome if something like that actually existed? Oh, wait, it does. We're going to debunk these claims here. If this describes you, this describes what I do. Wait a second. If this describes you, this describes what I do and can offer to you to look at and consider if it's a fit. We have a ton of fun together too. Doesn't even feel like work. Okay, so We just talked about the plexus income disclosure statement, so we don't really need to readdress that. Although if you want to look it over, it's in the video description. So let's talk about these things from the Forbes article that the link has not been provided because they don't typically cite their sources. Okay. A bigger salary. Well, we know from the income disclosure statement from Plexus, a bigger salary probably not going to happen because the average earnings of all brand ambassadors was $544 for the year. That's not really even a salary, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. More career opportunities. Maybe if you got in 7 years ago, like the gal from the previous video, maybe it's a career opportunity, because we typically see that you have to get in early on these companies. You have to have a large following, and or I'm adding a little piece because there are companies allegedly that bring people in through a bridge contract, meaning we're going to give you this much money per month for this amount of time, but you have to hit this rank or have so many people on your team or whatnot, whatever the stipulations are in the contract, in order for you to, you know, like for us to have you come over kind of thing. So you're committing to hitting a certain rank within a certain amount of time. It's typically like a year. That's a bridge contract for those of you that don't know. And so those are the three things that we see that people that appear to be the most successful in these multi-level marketing companies typically have: a large following, or building from multiple companies. Because I can look back from when I was in multi-level marketing and there were people that followed me from each company. That happens with everybody. So that is something that helps people be successful. But, you know, don't join an MLM. Let's see, what else does she say? A feeling of value from their leaders. When you're selling a lot, when you're recruiting a lot, because that's when the love bombing and that's when all of that stuff happens. If you're not selling and you're not recruiting, you're typically, from what we have seen and or experienced, you're not really valued, in my opinion, based on my personal experience. Better relationships with their colleagues. I think we should talk about this for a second, because I don't remember who I was talking to. I might've been talking to my husband the other day. We're having this really in-depth conversation about colleagues. And there are a lot of YouTube content creators that I speak with on a regular basis, and I consider them colleagues. But then there's also people within that community and outside of that community, if you want, I don't even like using the word community, that I consider my friends. And having those distinctions and understanding that it's okay to have working relationships with colleagues, and it's okay to have relationships with friends, and not everybody that you work with needs to be your friend. That's healthy. But from my experience in an MLM, several of them, these colleagues that you're competing with people on your team, in your company, in the same quote unquote industry, if you want to call it that. So having better relationships with colleagues when you're competing with people, I feel like is kind of an oxymoron, in my opinion, because that you're competing with somebody. You know, if somebody has like a viral video that goes absolutely bananas, there's going to be people in that same circle that's like, she went viral for that, whatever. So I don't agree with that you're going to find that people are seeking from this Forbes magazine in a multi-level marketing company. You guys let me know what you think. And then the ability to continue work remotely. There are many jobs that are not multi-level marketing companies that are now working with their people and allowing them to work remotely. When you're in a multi-level marketing company, you are working 24/7, essentially. So no thanks. No thanks. All right. You guys let me know what you think of that post. And now we're going to go to the next one. This is somebody from the Empire. And I think the sound is actually really funny. Let's watch it together.
Ribbinigunumuwudu, Narzibinuto, Ashigananada, Ramadudu, Akurnishnura, Aziganadush.
When I hear people in public conversation say at-home businesses aren't profitable and are a scam, she probably didn't hear a conversation. She's probably just making this like a hypothetical situation, but that's fine. So she says in the caption, yikes, please stop spreading false information. I'm proof it works if you do. Stop starting businesses and not working and then getting pissed off when it's not profitable. I'm 2 years in. Whoops, I'm clicking all the things. I'm 2 years in. I replaced both of my incomes and earned an $800 car bonus in just 6+ months, became a verified 6-figure earner in just 2 years. Traditional businesses don't become profitable until the first 5 years or more of being in business. I started making money my very first month. I am able to travel because I said yes. I have the time freedom to go wherever I want without having to ask anyone for time off. Don't spread false news about a profession you know nothing about. I used to do this too until I educated myself and realized the opportunities are endless, and this is the better way. Why are these captions always so long? You cannot convince me otherwise. I've already got a glimpse of time and financial freedom. Anyone with worth... I cannot speak today. Anyone with work ethic can do this. Drop a heart if you want to learn how. I feel like we have a lot to unpack. So let me actually go back. Please stop spreading false information. Okay, well, let's start with the information that we know is not false. Let's pull up the pruvit income disclosure statement. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. The pruvit income disclosure statement. What is going on? And this obviously comes direct from Pruvit. And this is from 2020. They have not released their newest one. Let's see. In 2020, the income statistics below are for all United States Pruvit Ventures promoters who are eligible to qualify for downline commissions in 2020. So that basically means that there's more people in 2020 that were a part of this that didn't make anything. I don't know, that statement's kind of confusing. A promoter is defined as having paid the $49 annual promoter fee at some point from January 2020 through December 2020. The average annual income for a promoter in 2020 was $1,136.54. The median annual income for all promoters in 2020 was $0. $0. 2.89% of all promoters did not continue with Pruvit after their first year. I wonder why. Out of approximately 36,325 promoters that signed up as U.S. promoters since the beginning of 2020, approximately 35,276 were still active at the end of the year. Then they have it broken down by rank. Again, this whole thing is going to be linked in the video description, but let's see, she replaced 2 incomes according to this, and she is a car earner, which means she is at least a rank 6. So in 2020, which actually was the rank I was at, in 2020, 0.38% or 221 of promoters qualified as a rank 6. The average annual income of these promoters for 2020 was $38,234.35, with a high of $377K and a low of $3,188.54. On average, rank 6 promoters have been with Pruvit for 34 months. So I find it really interesting that she is making these claims. And what it's telling me, friends, is that she is at the top of her pyramid. Because we know how money flows in a multi-level marketing company. The money flows up, whereas in a corporate business, the money flows down. You get paid for your time, your energy, you clock in, you clock out, you go home, you're not thinking about the job. But in multi-level marketing companies, it's 24/7 if you really want to be successful. So yeah, no, interesting. But this sound is really funny. Okay, let's go to the next one, guys. How are y'all doing? Check in, let me know. We have 3 more. Are you guys good? Okay. This one's from pharmacy. I'm just going to play it. It says, when someone thinks what I do is a scam, but I have a fat bank account. Okay. So she's in pharmacy. She has a fat bank account, allegedly. And let's look. And I know that I've talked about the pharmacy income disclosure statement in previous videos, but let's just look at the first, I don't know, first 3 or 4 levels. So they have ranks that are based on percentages. So like 0%, 3% levels, 6%, 9%, 12, 15, 18, 22, 25, and then you get to like director, gold, and platinum. Okay. So we are going to go off of the I'm going to give you guys the average commission and the annualized average commission. This will obviously, if you want to look at all of the details, be linked in the video description as well. So 0% level, there were 32.11% of all distributors and in the company. And on average, their monthly commission was $17.22 or $206.59 for the year. The 3% level was 31.49% of all distributors. So just like I said in the previous video, we are at like 64% of the company that are making, this is $27.67 for the month. Annualized, it's $332 for the year. Okay, so we're at 64 roughly percent of people in the company that are making less than $332 for the year. The 6% level is 11.33% of the company, and that is 64. Why am I trying to turn that into a percentage? $64.86 monthly or $778.31 for the year. So we are now at 75% of the company, roughly, that are making less than $1,000 a month or a year, excuse me, $778.31 for the year. So again, here's another perfect example of somebody that it appears they are at the top of their pyramid. And what's interesting is when they say, you know, when somebody thinks what I do is a scam, but I have a fat bank account. When you really look at that statement, it is so cringy and it's so manipulative, in my opinion. And it's proving exactly what we are saying. So for those that have been a part of this company and lost money or didn't make anything at all, for those that are still in it and you're like, okay, you're experiencing the sunken cost fallacy where you're like, well, I'm already in it. You know, where success is just around the corner. And I can remember feeling this way. I can remember thinking, I just got to find, you know, another team member or somebody that's just going to take off on social media. I just got to find, you know, one more customer that's going to refer all of their people. I just got to, that success is right around the corner, you know, and I'm already in this. So might as well keep going. And I feel like everything about her statement is preying on those people, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think though. Yikes. All right. So this is actually from TikTok. And this person is in Q Sciences. And I would show you the Q Sciences income disclosure statement, but allegedly there's not enough data for that. So we're going to watch it together. We can't listen to the sound on this one because it's the Backstreet Boys. First of all, why are you going to do the Backstreet Boys like that? But this is that trend where they are, well, I'm just going to play it. We're just going to play it. Yikes. Yikes. Although I love this trend. I think that the sound is so fun, and who doesn't love the Backstreet Boys? By the way, just something for funsies. Were you a Backstreet Boys fan, or are? Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, or I don't know, drop your favorite boy band from when you were growing up or whatever. Yeah. All right. So let's look at this. Could you do, what is this, English? Could you do with earning some more money now that the prices of everything have gone up? Could you, friends? Okay, hold on. Could you do with earning some more money now that the prices of everything have gone up? Them, yeah. Do you have a great work ethic and are ready to learn? Them, yeah. Have you ever considered network marketing? Them, ... Have you ever considered network marketing? Them, ... Have you ever considered it's a scam? Oh my God. This is so cringy, you guys. Okay, so same statement, same type of statement, but the commentary from the last video that we just watched pretty much applies to that. So this is Q Sciences. One of the things that we know about Q Sciences is that they definitely, in my opinion, are one of the ones that are very, very recruitment based, So there you have that. I wish you guys could hear the sound because I was jamming. I caught myself dancing and then I was like, wait, they can't hear the music either. So it's fine. All right. Last but not least, I've saved one of the MLM coaches. And I'm excited about this. So I'm not going to say anything and we're just going to watch it together.
So continuing to call an industry that's been around for 75 years and did $180 billion in sales last year a scam should tell any rational person that what you do is not educational. You're building a platform based on hate that tears down other women for trying to make a difference in the world. So listen, do what you do, but just don't kid yourself into thinking that you're the 60 Minutes of our profession. At best, you're Jerry Springer, maybe Wendy Williams are the real.
Oh my God. Somebody is big mad. This is him responding to somebody that says, there is nothing wrong with people educating themselves and having the full picture. We do the same when researching, and her comment is cut off. I agree with this comment, which is actually what I said at the beginning of this video. I think it's important for people to have all of the information to make the decision that's right for them. But his response is basically like, hey, this industry did so much in sales last year. First of all, sales and what actually was paid out to those representatives are two completely different things. And even the number that was paid out to those representatives, those distributors, does not account for the expenses of running and operating that multi-level marketing business. So weird flex. And the thing that I don't understand, I mean, I guess I do, is we get the same kind of like nasty response, in my opinion, to call somebody that is saying, hey, I think it's great that we are helping people to have, you know, both sides of the story to make the decision. And for him to come out and what feels to me, you guys let me know what you think, as an attack on this person and calling him Jerry Springer. Bob, what? She wasn't attacking you. She was just saying, hey, I think it's great that research is being done and that now people can access information to, you know, look at both sides of the picture. I think that's a fantastic idea. Bob, are you upset? This is very interesting. Let's watch it again.
So continuing to call an industry that's been around for 75 years and did $180 billion in sales last year a scam should tell any rational person that what you do is not educational. You're building a platform based on hate that tears down other women for trying to make a difference in the world. So listen.
I'm going to pause that right there because I don't agree with that statement at all. My platform and many other content creators that are educating and raising awareness around some of the tactics, methods, and just ways in general that people try to recruit into their multi-level marketing company is not based on hate. You know, I'm not on here bashing anybody, how they look or how any of that stuff. This is what they're doing. This is the company they're in. Look at the income disclosure statement. And I know that there's a lot of other content creators in this genre. I like that word, that are doing the same thing in the same type of ways. And so it's interesting that they're like, this is built on hate. Well, no, it's built on education. That's why we cite our sources. That's why we talk about the FTC. And by the way, if you've not submitted your public comment for the FTC, please go do that. The link is in the video description. It's very, very important that we help share our stories, our experiences, so that the income disclosure statements and all of those things are included moving forward in the business, the opportunity clause, so that people are aware of what they're getting into before they join. It's very, very important. There's too much, I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but there's too much kind of wiggle room for these companies, in my opinion, to put out an income disclosure statement that nobody can kind of understand or is difficult to read. One company does it one way, another company does it another way. And I think we need to standardize how that is done so people can go, okay, well, if I'm okay with making, $800 in the year, but spending this for my auto ship, which a lot of the companies do require, then they have all of the information and they can make that decision that's right for them without feeling like a bait and switch happened or wait, I joined and like, this is not how that is. So I don't agree with what he's saying. Are there people in any genre that are going to, attack people? Absolutely. That's what happens when you have groups of people. That's just what it is. But to lump all anti-MLM educators and advocates and saying that what we're doing is built on hate and tearing down other women, that's not the case. We're trying to help other women. We're trying to educate other women. If they choose to get into multi-level marketing after, watching our videos, fantastic. They made the decision that's right for them, but at least they saw both sides instead of just taking the word of the distributor. So I don't agree with that, Bob.
Do what you do, but just don't kid yourself into thinking that you're the 60 Minutes of our profession. At best, you're Jerry Springer, maybe Wendy Williams are the real.
And it's so interesting to me that the one thing that many people in multi-level marketing companies that get upset when somebody comments or duets or whatever, their content is they try to go after that person's credibility. This person on the comment doesn't appear to be somebody that is like, hey, don't join an MLM, blah, blah, blah. She's saying, hey, I think it's great that there is education out there so people can do their own research. And he's reacting this way. I think that speaks volumes. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think about that in the comments. That is all I have for you today. Top fails number 2. By the way, everybody, thank you. Anyways, this is a $5 shirt from Five Below. I'm having trouble with my words today, you guys. That's okay. Anyways, if you love the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you've not already subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe. I hope you had some fun. I hope you laughed. I hope you learned some stuff. And if you are somebody that is looking to join a multi-level marketing company, I want to encourage you to look at both sides. So what the distributor that you're talking to is going to say one thing, cool. But also do your own research. I agree with the gal that was commenting on Bob's video. Do your own research. Some ways that you can do that is to go to YouTube. You're already here, right? Go to YouTube, type in the company, type in anti-MLM, and just start watching some videos because a lot of anti-MLM content creators provide sources. You can click on the video description of their videos and you can click on the links and the different things, stuff from the FTC, all different kinds of sources. So, and a lot of it comes directly from that multi-level marketing company. So do the research for yourself. Should you choose to decide to join a multi-level marketing company, at least you know what you're getting into. And I think that at the end of the day, I think that that is really, for me, what I want people, I just want people to know what they're getting into, you know? So, all right. I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, friends.